Today I'm gonna break down and chop up one of the most important but shockingly most overlooked parts of basketball: footwork. Yep, that's it. Nothing sexy, but a fundamental that separates the wannabes from the NBA and NBA players from greatness. So let's start out with simplicity. What is footwork? It's the precise movements players make with their feet, how they create space to either get to the rim or to get open shots. But it's not just limited to posting up or breaking ankles. It applies to every position. Setting a screen, a dribble pull-up, a high screen and roll, heck, even grabbing boards and picking pockets. Basically, if you don't know how to move your feet on the court, you are useless at most and a liability at best. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. When was the last time you actually heard a great receiving flowers for their footwork? It almost never happens, right? Well, that ends today, because I went down to the farmer's market and I'm here to hand out flowers left and right. So let's eat some hoops for breakfast. Now, I know ballet is considered a thing for the ladies, but the way Jason Tatum spins on his isolation plays says different. That man knows how to pivot, rock the defender, and shift his weight in the other direction off the spin to perfection. Just take a look at these plays. The brother only needs one dribble off the spin to get an open bucket. That man has those defenders waltzing without a partner. Here, hold your flowers, JT. Because he reminds me of Carmelo. Listen, man, when I tell you that Melo was different with his footwork, he was different. Old Melo, young Melo, it doesn't even matter. Carmelo Anthony's footwork made him a beast. He was a mix of Olajuwon and KG with it, except he had the handles, shooting ability, and speed to extend his threat to the perimeter. I mean, this man is 9th all-time on NBA scoring charts, in large part due to his ability to combine all of those things to get off his shot. Melo put the league on notice straight from his rookie season. Everybody knew if you're going up against the Nuggets, that number 15 kid was gonna be a problem. What that meant for Melo throughout most of his career was that he was gonna be facing double teams the moment he entered the arena. He had to develop some icy footwork skills to get off a lot of his shots. So Melo, here are a couple dozen roses. We salute you. I know I mentioned KG earlier when I said Melo's footwork reminded me of him, but I can't not do the big ticket justice in this video, man. KG, here are your flowers, my dog. A matter of fact, I got about 50 bouquets here. Now, I'm not going to insult y'all by telling you to go watch KG highlight videos if you haven't, because real hoopers, you have to know. KG was just too good with the basics. He's one of the few big guys who use elite footwork outside of the paint to get off his basically unstoppable jumpers. And he is also one of the first big guys who mastered the basketball ballet away from the rim. Like, seriously, go watch some KG videos, bro. He didn't let it fly from as far back as Dirk, but listen, man, he figured out how to use impeccable footwork to let it fly from 1 or 2 steps inside the 3. KG had the one jab pull-up, the one bounce dream shake pull over either shoulder, the one dribble spin off to the jumper. Oh, he had it all. If the defending big stepped out too far on KG, he utilized his quicker feet to either go by them or get them off balance. Shout out to the big ticket man, undeniably one of the greats. Speaking of greats, if you didn't watch our last video, come on, man. What the heck are you doing? KD is our next man up. I can't not bring up his footwork, especially in the mid-range. Everyone knows that as long as the Slim Reaper gets to his spot, it's easy money, baby. Easy. I'm gonna have to give this man his flowers, because we all get lost in the beauty of the crossover. The high release and the splash of the net when Durant shoots. I mean, it's easy to appreciate beauty, but we don't even get to see how ridiculous his footwork is to set all that up. KD is one of those players whose opponents don't give an inch of space and they always try to rough him up. But none of that works because how he gets to those spots is with immaculate footwork. It's something he practices. KD's footwork has a lot of sudden starts and stops on purpose so that he uses his opponent's weight and momentum against them. In addition to that, KD has an arsenal of post-up, back-to-the-basket jabs and spin cycles that extend his game to God mode. And in order to get to God mode, like Olajuwon, Shaq, and Timmy D, the big fundamental, insane footwork is a necessity. Shout out to all those greats because they deserve their flowers too. Even in today's game, guys like Joker, Embiid, Vooch, and Bam, and if you want to, you can even throw Giannis into the mix. These guys are starting to earn their spot for some floral receipts too. But not just the big men. We need to give flowers to OGs like James Harden, Kyrie, and Luka. These dudes excite fans all the time with icy footwork that even leaves the opponent's bench's jaws on the floor. Like when it comes to James Harden, the first thing that came to my mind was his patented step back. The man practically invented the move, and the NBA changed because of it. Guess what? That's the result of great footwork. James Harden figured out how to freeze defenders, get them backpedaling to the rim, or just straight up embarrass them. As for the how, there are two ways that the Beard executes his move. The first is his strong step toward the rim with his left foot, and immediately after, the gather and horizontal backward step with the right foot. Cash. The second way he executes with his saucy footwork is with the same first strong left foot step to the rim. But to create more space or get back to the three-point line, he takes the first right horizontal step with the gather, giving him the freedom to still have access to his two steps after, which, my lord, boy does he use them going in the same direction. The Beard isn't the only one who's mastered the dance of the step back. Y'all remember when Luka killed the Rockets with the Harden step back? Luka dropped 2 deadly step backs over Clint Capella in 2018. And believe me when I say, to this day, Clint is still having nightmares about those 2 shots. Honestly, I think that entire Rockets squad had a minimum of 2 weeks worth of nightmares from Luka's daggers in the last 2 minutes of that game. But remember now, those guys stood behind James Harden while he messed with opponents' minds and knees for years, only to be on the other end experiencing the Matador go to work on that day. Except Luka's footwork bag is way more than just the step back package. Luka is a wonder boy in the paint and the mid-range as well. He's known for playing at his own speed, and that comes from his ability to create angles with his legs. He has the dream shake reverse pivot, a nasty step through, the double jab pump fake fadeaway off the jump shot, and I could go on, man. Luka's hooping is absolute magic. Magic, I tell you! The man should be named Luka Wizard. But on the Mavs, Luka isn't the only footwork menace, because of course, Uncle Drew is there too, baby. Forget the bouquet. We gotta give that man the whole freaking garden. Heck, let's just give him the whole footwork estate to run and operate. Kyrie Irving is renowned for his basketball handling and is likely going to go down as one of, if not the best ball handler in the game. So because of that, people often ignore his ridiculous moves on his short stilts. If you evaluate the game, Kyrie is often the smallest guy on the court, but throughout his career, he's been able to get to the rim and get off his shots with a combination of elite dribbling and foot movement. Uncle Drew doesn't care about how tall or how fast you are. He's just gonna create enough separation with something from his bag. Pick your poison. Whatever it is, you dead, bruh. You could get hit with the spin off the dribble, the reverse pivots, the fadeaway off the drop step. Maybe he hit you with something new that you've never even seen or imagined before. Sometimes I swear he's just making stuff up as he goes. I know he practices them, but it's just so effortless and natural for him, the way he moves. Speaking of effortless, guys like DeRozan, Ant-Man, and Ja Morant are... oh, shoot. That's all I got for now. Drop a like and tell me in the comments who you think I missed. If I get some good ones, I'll do a part 2, pending I survive. Okay, keep hooping.